Hi, Britt here. I'm the Community Growth Manager and Production Manager of Darren Daily for the Darren Hardy A-Team. I hope you love your Darren Daily. Okay, so here's how my mornings usually go. My alarm goes off with my favorite song, feet hit the floor, I open my balcony curtains and say a little prayer of gratitude for the day. Then I wash my face, start a cup of coffee while I make my bed. Then I sit down to enjoy my coffee and do about 30 minutes of journaling, which of course includes the reflection of that day's Darren Daily. Oh, and by the way, my favorite part about my morning routine is reading each of your comments below. And yes, I do see who's showing up regularly, and it seriously is so awesome to watch y'all get better every day and to meet the friends you bring along with you for the journey. So, one of my all-time favorite Darren Dailies has got to be stop trying to find yourself. And the key lesson, if you remember, is that instead of searching for all the right answers or the perfect relationship or the perfect career, that it's more about taking ownership of our lives and actually creating what we want our lives to look like. So let's watch it and enjoy.
Good morning and welcome back. Are you ready for some tough love this morning? Alrighty then, here goes. I want you to stop trying to find yourself. It's making you nuts. And you don't find yourself in the first place. You create yourself. There is bad teaching out there that suggests as we go through life, the more we seek, the more we will find ourselves. We aren't finding anything. We aren't lost. Then all of a sudden we happen upon some sane, all-knowing, rational, wise, grounded, non-crazy, super confident person buried inside yourself. Oh man, instead you have to create yourself into a knowledgeable, rational, grounded, sane, and confident person. Look, you came into this experience basically blank. Sure, some genetic predispositions, but essentially just a pile of clay, or photoplasm to be more specific, to be molded. It's up to you to make something of it. There is no true self and no self you can discover in the abstract by looking within. Such a self would only be a snapshot of yourself in that moment. Who we are at any given moment develops through our constantly shifting interactions with other people, the observations that we make, the learnings, and the experiences that we have. You are a totally different person today than you were last year. You're different today than you were yesterday. You are constantly changing, adapting, growing, adjusting, and being remolded. There is no one self. There is nothing inside you that's already done. You are making it up as you go. Chinese philosophers knew this 2,000 years ago. They would say that our emphasis on self-discovery has led us dangerously astray, and it is what's constraining us. Confucius, who presumably saw the dangers of too much self-absorption and would have almost assuredly been horrified by the Myers-Briggs test and most of the modern personal development movement as a whole, Confucius taught that we must overcome the self. His rituals liberated people from the notion of any sort of essential self. He was teaching us to make something of ourselves. Finding yourself would have you analyze your background, your upbringing, all your childhood psychic wounds, etc. That's horsepucky. Those are just excuses to justify continuing to wallow in self-pity. You gotta just buck up and create yourself anew. I'm not saying that what's happened to you hasn't affected you in the past. I'm saying it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you're going to do about it now. Shut the front door to the past. Create the present. Make up your future. If you have a religious orientation, it was God who gave you the free will. He said, okay, here's a garden. Here's some trees, some bushes, so that'll grow some stuff for you, some water with some fish in it, and animals to roam around. They'll keep you company, they'll fetch a stick, they'll carry things, they'll plow things, and you might even find some of them kind of tasty. Whatever, you decide. Now, let's see what you can do with all that. Free will was designed to see what you could create. Here's the shift I want to encourage you to make. Life is less destiny and more determination. I didn't find myself. I created it. I didn't come into this deal with what I have now. I made it. I've been making it up and creating it along the way. I didn't start out confident. I worked at it. I didn't start out good at communication, speaking, or presenting. I worked at it. I didn't find my voice. I created it. I wasn't a good student, basketball player, leader, or salesperson, or entrepreneur. I became one. Just like you don't start out knowledgeable or experienced. Those only come from work. You become that. You don't find it. You don't seek meaning. You make something meaningful. You don't find your freaking passion. It isn't lost. You bring your passion, or you don't. And you just keep being bummed out about the fact that you're not passionate. You don't find your why. Just pick a why and commit yourself to it. Stop seeking. Stop waiting around for some lightning to strike from the sky, or a message in a bottle, or fairy godmother to finally wave a wand over you, or whisper life's great secret in your ear. Stop seeking and start creating. Take responsibility for where you are and just start creating where you want to go from this point forward. Whatever that is or isn't, just begin. Claim your personal power and make yourself into whatever you want. So this is the good news. It doesn't matter where you are or who you are right now. You aren't lost. There is nothing to find. You can make yourself anew, starting right here, right from where you are, right now, this morning. You have a constant opportunity to shift, to change, to improve things on micro levels in every interaction, every day. When we just get a little bit better every day, we become something we've never been before. And over time, we could become something we never even imagined. Over time. Maybe something so great, so exceptional, that we even impress the one who made the clay. So go out and be the exception today. And I'll meet you right back here for our next mentor session.
That was awesome, right? I mean, this message totally resonates with me, especially in this chapter of my life. My career is just beginning to take off and I'm sinking my teeth into some amazing endeavors. But right after I graduated college, I definitely felt the pressure to try and find the right career and basically have what most people call my 5-year plan perfectly laid out. And I'm realizing now, after being surrounded by Darren and after, watching this Darren Daily, that a 5-year plan, especially in this day and age, is obsolete. And I love that this Darren Daily reminds me to always come back to the present moment and to simply decide what it is that I want to create and to just go for it. In fact, a huge part of what I do here on the A-Team involves the creative process, and I have to remind myself to hop in the driver's seat, to not wait for answers to come to me, but instead make it more of a game of trial and error, and to, most importantly, take action on the ideas that I come up with. Plus, it's just way more fun that way, right? So I've definitely used this in all areas of my life outside my work on the Darren Hardy A-Team, and it's made such a huge impact on how I go about my entire days. No more sitting in the passenger seat waiting for someone else to tell me where to go and who to be. I know now that if it's to be, it's up to me. So I hope this reminds you to create ways to stretch and grow outside your comfort zone today, and I can't wait to connect with you more in the comments below.